We've got Kellum. Tell Bailey we're ready.
He'll expect me to get him out of this.
Not today, I think.
Captain, his lawyer's here.
Bet Elias has his VI set to page him if CSEC gets within 10 meters.
I'll stall him. Get in there and work fast.
We should question him together. Keep the pressure on. Thoughts on how we approach it?
Convince him that we'll put a bullet in his head if he doesn't talk. Once he's scared, he'll cooperate.
Very well. I'll pretend we're ready to kill him. We can't push too hard, though. We need the information more than we need a corpse.
Yeah, we can use a corpse as well.
Get me out of these restraints, Bailey. Pretty funny bringing me down here like this. What the hell are you two?
My name's Shepard. I'm a Spectre.
Prove it.
I don't have to prove anything. Spectres are above the law. We clear?
Crystal.
Good. Now fortunately, I'm not after you. You contracted an assassin. Who's the target?
Joram Talid. A Turian. He's running for office. Lives in the 800 blocks.
Thanks. You won't see us again. No offense, but you're a problem below my pay grade.
That may go down in history as the shortest interrogation ever.
What's the story? Why'd Kellum hire the boy?
Assassination. A Turian named Joram Talid. You know him?
Joram? Yeah. You might have seen his posters around. He's promising to end organized crime on the ward. Thing is, his message is all mixed up in race politics. He's anti-human.
Are things so bad that people can openly campaign as anti-human?
You haven't heard what the aliens have been saying? They think the Council died because our fleet refused to save them. That we stacked the new Council with humans and yes-men. Anderson does his best to be diplomatic, but they act like we're jackbooted thugs enforcing a coup.
Well, you are. Also, even if you weren't, him saying that it's anti-human doesn't mean that it's actually anti-human. Although I'm sure the game doesn't have any nuance. So, yes, they are anti-human. But what they're saying is fair. It's absolutely fair. Not necessarily in the whole thing about not saving the previous council. I still stand by it wasn't necessarily our responsibility. It was everybody else's responsibility as well. Everybody could have tried to. We had a ship, but like it's a stealth ship. It's not like a battleship thing. But yeah, whatever. If they blame us for the previous council dying, whatever. That is what it is. But the point of the fact of the matter is that the current council is controlled by humans, and I don't think they're all humans in the council. I don't think any of them. No, maybe one of them is in human. I don't know. The point is, yeah, that's fair. It's not that's not anti-human. In race politics, yeah, I suppose it would be sort of. It's racially charged, but it's not. You know, when you say race politics, you mean sociologically affecting racial divides and stuff like that, rather than just being like, oh, this person is bad because they're human, which is not even what is going on. This person is bad because they're favoring humans, which is true, but still.
I don't give a damn what Joram's politics are. This is about Thane's son, not him.
You might not care, but the people who live here do. Sergeant, get a patrol car. These two need to get to the 800 blocks.
Yes, sir.
I don't think the people who live here care. I think he cares. Because he's a cop.
There he is. How do you want to play this?
Follow the lead on the maintenance catwalks. Tell me what he's doing. The Krogan bodyguard will make him easy to follow.
Where will you be?
The darkest corner with the best view. Amon Kira, Lord of Hunters. Grant that my hands be steady, my aim be true, and my feet swift. And should the worst come to pass, grant me forgiveness.
It's been wonderful talking with you all. I hope you'll come out on Election Day.
You can count on it.
Show the humans they won't get their way.
I will. And I'll do it through legal processes, not by a coup attempt. And don't forget, my friends, there are treasonous elements in our own house. The humans seize power by themselves, but they can't hold on to it without the support of the lesser races. This doesn't stop here. I won't rest until the humans have been removed from power. Other races wait patiently for hundreds or thousands of years to earn an embassy. To the humans, no! They conveniently show up right after the council's been killed. They surround us with warships. They dictate terms. That's not how we do things. We respect tradition. Humans think anything 10 years old is obsolete. Worthless. How can they contribute to a 2,000-year-old government? Have we seen anything good since the humans moved into Zakera Ward?
I like their food.
I'll have to take your word for that. I can't eat human food. But let's be serious. Since the Shinakiba Enclave opened, crime has increased. Incidents of racial tension are up 24%, despite 116 new CSEC officers assigned to the ward. Of course, most of those officers aren't Turians, or Solarians, or Asari. They're humans who turn a blind eye to the crimes of other humans. That corruption goes all the way to the top. Don't think a human with a CSEC captain's badge is any less a crook than the thugs he deals with. It's been wonderful talking with you all. I hope you'll come out on Election Day.
You can count on it.
Show the humans they won't get their way.
So that's looping. Okay. We have research data here. It's really important. It's worth pointing out here that what he's saying about he's going to do it through legal means and tradition and all that sort of stuff. That's very much in line with what the first game explained and all that. But and also note the mention of the lesser races, which is a really yikes term. But I think what he means is the races with less political power. The council, not only are they it's a dictatorship. Well, actually, it's not dictatorship. It's a term for that. It's an oligarchy, but it's just kind of oligarchy is also not correct term because it's just a group of people. It's like a triumvirate at the end of the day. So the term dictatorship doesn't work quite as well, but for all means and purposes, it's a dictatorship. And it's specifically a racialized dictatorship because it has to do with the process that certain races are accepted into the council and others are not, which itself is a racist thing because the representative of an entire race is a member of the race. I mean, it's not a bad thing that it is a member of that race, but it's just like you're a representative of all humans because you're human. And it's like, no, that's bad. That's really bad. There's many other problems with the council, and I've talked about them when I played Mass Effect here on the channel. But but what he's saying, yeah, he's just full of it. He's basically, no, bring the council back. The old council is good and all that. And no, the old council is bad, and the new council is bad. Break the council in half is what you should do.
I'm on him, Thane. He's talking to some voters.
Understood.
You're in position?
Yes.
It's been wonderful talking with you all. I hope you'll come out on Election Day.
I'm following. Have you got him?
I have. Why is
Do
there...
you have the target?
I do, don't worry.
Looks like he's talking to another voter.
Any sign of call yet?
No.
I'm moving to another position. Ahead of him.
It's been wonderful talking with you all. I hope you'll come out on Election Day.
No problem so far.
Interesting. We got these guys. He's down there. Gallianos.
Can you give me an update?
I've got him.
Gallianos. This is an entirely new area that I don't think we get to visit at all, because it's a new area. The hospital sounding loudspeakers is weird.
What's he doing? I'm almost in position. He's letting the bodyguard do all the work. That lets him deny involvement.
Where's the bodyguard? Where is he?
Target in sight.
I think he's over there, right by my head. The bodyguard is inside.
No sign of trouble.
What do you mean, no sign of trouble? They're running. That's a huge sign of trouble. Still there.
I see him.
Yeah, I see him as well. At least I think I do. If they're on to me, they could be swapping or something. They walk really awkwardly.
Stay close, Shepard.
Oh, I need to go to the other side?
I need you to stay close or we'll lose. Where is he now? I don't have a good angle. What's he doing?
One of his guards is talking to the bartender. Looks like a
I'm following.
Sorry, I cut out. It looks like something. It's fine. Looks like a shepherd, I think she was gonna say. They're down here.
No problem so far.
I see him. He's meeting a couple of mercenaries. Looks like the same group his bodyguard comes from.
He looks nervous. Could be he's noticed you.
Maybe he saw Kolyat in here somewhere.
Also a possibility. There are obstructions ahead. I'll try to go around. Don't lose him.
You're running for office. Lots of people watch you. Yes, sir.
Target.
Hey, who are you?
I don't have time for this.
Stay with him.
Yeah, don't worry. There's a lot of cut dialogue here.
No sign of trouble.
He's down there.
Kolyat! Thane,
I saw.
he's heading to Talid's apartment.
Kolyat.
This is a joke. Now you show up.
Help me, Drell. I'll do whatever you want.
C-Sec, put the gun down, son.
Get out of my way. I'm walking out. He's coming with me.
They'll have snipers outside.
I don't need your help. What the hell?
Talid, get the hell out of here.
Why was that Paragon? The other, it's the same action.
Yeah, I will.
Punching people.
Take the boy into custody.
You son of a bitch!
Your father and I have killed a lot of people. You haven't. There's no reason you should start.
I read his files. What made it all right for him to kill all those years?
I was 6 when the Hanar began to train me. I didn't know any better. Your mother woke me from my battle sleep.
And why did you leave her? Why weren't you there when she died?
Your mother. They killed her to get to me. It was my fault.
What?
After her body was given to the deep, I went to find them. The triggermen, the ringleaders. I hurt them. Eventually killed them. When I went back to see you, you were older. I should have stayed with you.
I guess it's too bad for me you waited so long, huh?
Kolyat, I've taken many bad things out of the world. You're the only good thing I ever added to it.
This isn't a conversation you should have in front of strangers. Boys, take Koliat and his father back to the precinct. Give them a room and as much time as they need.
I'm surprised you're letting him do that.
You think he's the only man who ever screwed up raising a son? I have to get back to the precinct. Come on, I'll give you a lift.
Oh, the corrupt cop also is a bad parent.
They've been in there a while.
The kid's been through a lot. I ran some searches in the CSEC archive. About 10 years back, a bunch of real bad people were killed. Like someone was cleaning house. The prime suspect was a Drell. We never caught him.
Someone like that is trouble you don't want to deal with.
Someone's got to deal with it. Doesn't have to be me, though.
How'd it go?
Our problems they aren't something I can fix with a few words. We'll keep talking, see what happens.
Your boy shot some people. No one I feel sympathy for, but there it is.
That kid goes through the system, we both know he's there for the rest of his life. Those guys were a waste of skin, scales, whatever.
If you've got another suggestion, I'm listening.
Give him a job. He can work off his debt to society and you can keep an eye on him.
It sounds like more work for me, and I can't just deputize him into CSEC. You have to go through channels.
I didn't say have him work for CSEC. I said have him work for you.
Interesting. I'll think about it.
Thank you, Captain.
Well, I guess, is that it? We'll talk more, Thane, about that. Actually, let's talk about that right now. In fact, I will come back to do Garrus's quest.
Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
Certainly.
You know, when I went looking for an assassin, I expected to get a badass. You seem more like a monk.
In my experience, those who are truly dangerous don't act like they are. The Hanar trained my body for this role since I was 6 years old.
I don't know what monks she knows. Also, why can't monks be badass? Specifically the monks she's referencing that she doesn't know. You know, the Tibetan monks that have like all this... that he's based on.
You've been killing since you were 6?
Of course not. I didn't make my first kill until I was 12. They were training me. I was not to be used and thrown away. I was an investment.
You were a child, not an investment.
I've given you the wrong idea. They valued me, yes, as a resource, but also as a person. They regretted their need for me.
The Hanar? Excessively polite, worship the Protheans? They don't seem the type who'd train assassins.
Every species trains assassins. The Hanar are only unusual in that they need other species to do the killing for them. They have a strong grip and natural toxins, but... have you ever seen one move quickly outside of water? Or fire a gun?
Or move at all. I've never seen them move.
Why did your parents agree to this?
The agreement was made under the Compact. It was an honor for our family.
The Compact?
We live on the Hanar homeworld because they rescued us. Some of us from extinction. We owe them our lives. That is the Compact.
What exactly are the terms of the Compact?
There are many things the Hanar can't do, even with mechanical aid. They ask Drell to assist them.
Yeah, when we heard about this, it did come across... I think I might have even thrown the word out for slavery, because it is slavery. Also, the biggest problem here, besides whatever, he's gonna be like, oh no, but it isn't. Whatever, I have no time for that. We'll hear what he has to say, but whatever, that doesn't really matter. I think the biggest sticking point is that it's a population-wide contract that affects unborn people. Not only people who weren't responsible or somehow related to the reason why this contract was made, but also people who are descendant from them. So that's like a huge red flag right there.
This can't be legal. They made your whole race into slaves.
Don't insult me, Shepard. Anyone can refuse to serve. Few do. We owe our existence to the Hanar. We are proud to repay the debt.
Yeah, that's yeah, it doesn't matter if you're brainwashed or not. Actually, you would have to be brainwashed most likely, because it's from birth and all that.
The way you describe it, the Hanar sound like weaklings.
Out here, they are. But if you could see them in the encompassing, the oceans of Kaje, you would see them differently. A stream of silver in the dark, looping, diving. So fast the eye can't follow. Laughter like the squeals of a child vibrates the water. They fly over the back of the seabed like birds, plumed with the light of heaven.
Why was your race going extinct?
Overpopulation. That must sound trite to you. Humans developed mass effect drive before the problem became acute. Our homeworld, Rakana, had few resources. We hadn't even developed fusion power when the soil began to fail from overuse and pollution. The Hanar found us a century ago. They sent hundreds of ships, evacuated thousands of us. Billions more had to be left behind.
Humans developed the mass drive before it. The problem became acute. Overpopulation isn't a problem, acute or otherwise. It's the distribution of resources. That's always the thing. And it's interesting that he says, you know, the soil became arid and stuff like that, because that's not what's happening, or what has happened with humans in this setting, even a little bit.
But you don't kill for the Hanar anymore. You're freelance. What changed?
I was asleep for a long time, yes. I paid no attention to what my body was asked to do, but then... Laser dot trembles on the skull. One finger twitch. He dies. Then, the smell of spice on the spring wind. Sunset-colored eyes defiant in the scope. The laser dances away. My apologies. Drell slip into memory so easily.
Was that one of your assassinations?
Yes. Perhaps we can discuss it later. I've wasted too much of your time.
I thought not. But we have a bunch of codex entries. Let's go ahead and read them here in not primary. It's about the Drell culture. Alright. I suppose he's gonna have more things to tell me. But let's go talk to Samara, see what she has to say.
I am glad you came. I must ask for your help. That is not easy for me.
What do you need?
When we met on Ilium, I told you about a very dangerous person I was pursuing. Using the information you obtained, I have located her. She's been going by the name Morinth. I would like to apprehend her before she disappears again.
Didn't you say you'd pick up her trail after our mission?
I know where she is, right now. In a month, she may be gone. This is the best opportunity I've ever had.
Where is she?
Omega, a nightclub called Afterlife, which seems a perfect place for her to hunt.
How important is this?
Killing her has been my focus for 400 years. It is the most important thing in my life, and the reason I became a Justicar.
Tell me about her.
She is an Ardat Yakshi. It is a term from a dead Asari dialect. It means demon of the night winds, but that is mythology. She is simply a very dangerous woman who kills without mercy.
You're dangerous too.
As are you. But she is different. Morinth suffers a rare genetic disorder. When she mates with you, there is no gentle melding of nervous systems. She overpowers yours, burns it out, hemorrhages your brain. You end up a mindless shell, and soon after, you are dead.
Why isn't this ever mentioned in Asari literature or art?
When we were primitive, there was much fascination with Ardat Yakshi. Some cultures worshipped them as gods of destruction. Now the Asari have a place in the galaxy, and they don't wish this defect to be widely known. As far as I know, only 3 exist today. 2 chose a life of seclusion. The 3rd ran.
Morinth.
She ran, and I am sworn to kill her.
I would think there's more to this than what she's saying. because what she just told us is that there's a disease that the Asari have that makes them deadly to whoever they have sex with. Just to put it in simple terms. And we haven't heard of this because the Asari are very embarrassed about it. And the people that they find to have this disease, they imprison somehow, and if they flee, they kill them. There's something, either it's a really, really dumb thing, or there's something else going on.
I don't know that I blame her for running.
When she fled, she proved her addiction. She was not taking a great moral stand. She simply wants to keep killing. She is a tragic figure, but not a sympathetic one.
Oh, she's a killer. But she kills by snoo-snoo. You know, okay, well, that is dumb, but it's okay.
Can't she abstain?
Each encounter gives her strength. The effect is narcotic. The more she does it, the more she needs to do it. She will never stop. She can't.
So you hunt down these Asari just because they're born with a genetic condition?
It manifests with maturity. When one is diagnosed, she is offered the chance to live in seclusion and comfort. If she refuses, it shows her addiction to the ecstasy she gets from killing her mates. There is no redemption for such a person.
They have to choose between prison and death.
It is an addictive condition. Remember how adaptive we are. If Morinth does not want to be cured, she won't be.
Isn't she only deadly to the people she mates with?
Each time she kills, she becomes stronger, smarter, and faster. And she's been doing this for 400 years. She confuses her victims, twists their feelings. They will do anything for her favor.
If we have time, we'll deal with it.
There is one thing more. This creature, this monster. She is my daughter.
You said this is genetic. How many children do you have?
3. And 3 Ardat Yakshi are in existence today. It is as it sounds. Morinth was always the wild one. She was happy and free, but selfish.
I needed to know this a long time ago.
I present no danger to anyone besides my own children. And this is not easy to speak of, even 400 years after I learned it. My daughter's condition is my fault, and my redemption lies in killing her. Do not pity me. Simply understand my situation.
How did all this happen?
I spent my youth on the move, adventuring. I killed people, mated with them, or just danced the night away. I learned so much, experienced so much, and then my matron days came. I could finally sit back, bask and enjoy my family. But in one moment, it was all taken away.
We've all suffered, Samara.
I'm not asking for your pity. I am trying to explain why this is so important to me. Shall I stop?
Keep going. I'm listening.
I sat in a med lab while a nearsighted doctor droned at me, and I learned that nothing was as I thought it would be. I gave up all that I possessed. I own nothing, claim nothing. All my knowledge will die with me. Now my purpose is to destroy my own children.
You either get stuck in your past or forget it and move on.
I am not stuck in my past. I am out to rectify it. Help me find my long-lost daughter. And kill her.
If there's time, maybe we can go to Omega.
And that's it, I think.
I hope we can go to Omega soon.
I'll think about that. Meanwhile, I have to go.
Of course.
And we have been adding codex entries as well about all this whole snoo death. The Ardat Yakshi, Demon of the Night Winds, are Asari suffering from a genetic disorder preventing conventional melding of nervous systems during mating. Instead, Ardat Yakshi electrochemically ravage their partners' nervous systems, in extreme cases leaving victims as vegetative invalids or corpses. Asari psychologists regard this incapacity for mental fusion as preventing the development of empathy, leading to psychopathy. There is no known cure. And there we go. Samara is a psychopath. It's difficult to diagnose fictional characters with actual mental disorders, but she does come across as one. So, yeah. The disorder generally begins in infancy, reaching full pathology during maiden, adolescent sexual development, while seductive and sexually driven as other Asari, because there's no ugly asexual Asari, as it turns out, Ardat Yakshi are congenitally sterile. Ancient Asari mythology held Ardat Yakshi as gods of destruction, depicting them as villains of countless legends and as the anti-heroes of numerous Asari epics. Contrary to popular belief, Ardat Yakshi are neither extremely rare, that is actually a lie, unless she's lying. There's something going on. Around 1% of Asari dwell on the AY spectrum, nor are they all murderers. It turns out it's 3 of them. There's only 3 of them. And how are they not extremely rare? Are there only 300 Asari? Is that what you're saying? Most cultivate and discard countless exploitative or abusive relationships during their legally marginal lives. Legally marginal lives? Don't you mean marginally legal lives? Because I think that's what you mean. What is a marginal life? Let alone a legally marginal life. Either way, despite rumors of Ardat Yakshi syndicates, by nature, Ardat Yakshi are incapable of long-term cooperation. Also, proper use of comas, as it turns out. As a disproportionately wealthy species, Asari employ their economic reach and media ownership to hide the AY pathology, because they're embarrassed, as I mentioned before, from the galactic community, placing most Ardat Yakshi in monitored work programs or seclusion. Did the person who wrote this not know what the dialogue with Samara was, or is Samara lying to me? Because I trust Samara more than I trust whoever wrote this. Sorry.